Satnam and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Welcome to our weekly broadcast. I was out of town yesterday. I usually do this broadcast on Monday nights, but because I was out of town, it had to be pushed to today. And this is the same thing that happened last week, so I just wanted to let you guys know about that. But I'm glad to be here. We're going to go over the astrology of the week. I'm going to show you the charts on the screen. I'll tell you the main events that are happening this week and how they're going to be affecting us collectively. And then I'm going to do a reading, a card, tarot, and oracle reading, intuitive reading for the week to see what the messages are for us. Hello, Nelly. Welcome in. Hello, Linda. Thank you for being here. Cheryl, welcome, welcome. If you are watching live, say hi. I love the chat interaction. And I can see that you're here if you interact in the chats. Also, I want to invite you to our Sedona retreat from June 5th through the 8th. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out the information, you can actually go to my website and there is a whole page dedicated to it. This retreat is a 4-day retreat. I am accepting applications. People have been signing up, so you don't want to wait to submit your application. What are we going to do while I show you these awesome pictures? We are going to be hiking. We're going to be traveling to these amazing portals and vortexes in Sedona. We're going to be doing drum journeys, meditation, sound bath, sound healing. We're also going to be doing a cacao ceremony. A lot of our activities will be outdoors, of course, because Sedona is just like a majestic place to be outside. But we will also be doing some indoor workshops. We're also going to be swimming in the creek, which is going to be, that day was amazing, by the way. This was the last retreat that I did in 2023. This was our ceremony that we did. It's just magical. And Sedona is definitely known as a spiritual center. The hikes that we're going to do are specifically designed and chosen to be a part of this activation initiation for us. Also, we're going to be following the astrology of the time that we're there, just tuning into what is happening during the week or during those 4 days that we're together, and explore, enjoy, have fun. And yeah, just, I'm so excited about this. I'm feeling so activated just thinking about it, and I can't wait. Like, the magic is going to unfold in like such a beautiful way, and I feel it, and I hope that you feel it as well. What the retreat includes is basically like all the activities, all the guided activities. You want to fill out the application, and after you fill out the application, I will send you the official invitation to sign up for the retreat. To save your spot, you have to make the payment. And, oh, I forgot to mention, we're going to do a mala making workshop. So you're going to come home from this retreat with your own 108 bead japa mala using, crystals, seed beads. It's going to be super fun. But yes, so check out all the information here. The retreat includes, like I said, all of the activities. What it doesn't include is lodging and transportation to and from the activities. But we do have a group chat, and in that group chat, people are commenting and sharing with each other. Like I know a group of people are wanting to share like an Airbnb house. So things like that are encouraged. Also carpooling, things like that are encouraged, so you can save money. But yes, come join us June 5th through the 8th for the retreat. When you hit the apply button, all you're going to have to do is just fill out this questionnaire, and I'll be able to just get to know you a little bit, and you'll be able to see some important information about the retreat. And then I will send you the invitation. So you are invited, officially invited to join us. I cannot freaking wait. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Mary. Hello, Mystic Light Weaver. Yes, you caught this live. So let's talk about the astrology of this week. So the main thing that's happening this week is we're moving towards a new moon. The new moon is going to be in the sign of Taurus, and I will be doing a special broadcast for the new moon, the astrology, the gene keys, and the human design, as well as the ceremony, play the music and do the Akashic reading on Sunday. The new moon is Sunday, so you're invited to that as well here on the channel. I am also going to be doing mini readings on Friday. I just decided yesterday. I haven't done them in a while. I do have one person signed up for mini readings from like a couple weeks. So we're going to do mini readings on Friday. If you want to sign up, I will post the video. I'm going to create the events tonight and tomorrow. And to get on the list, you'll send $25 to my PayPal account, which will be in the description of the video. And I do the mini readings live on the channel. And you can choose from tarot, oracle, astrology. We can look at your human design. I mean, we can look at any of it. They are mini readings, about like 15 minutes each or so. Probably a little less than that. However, I am very excited to be offering that once again. I haven't done those in a while. So that's the biggest thing. It's like it's a new moon week, which means the moon is going to be waning, and it's going to be entering into its balsamic phase, which is naturally a phase where we're going in to reflect, to connect internally, and to prepare for the new cycle of the moon. We are now also officially in Taurus season. The moon, the sun entered Taurus on Saturday, on the 19th. And now we've completed the first season of the astrological year. And with the second season of Taurus, what we are being guided into right now is to ground ourselves and to slow down and to stabilize, so that we can, now that we've created and manifested, activated and initiated in Aries season, we take that activation and we like solidify it by working really hard and steadily every day to keep that vision alive, to keep that vision going. And so this is also a time to find and think about and clarify and define what is the most important things for you. Because Taurus has to do with value, like what's important, what's truly important to you. How can you take care of yourself? How can you ground into the earth more? Your relationship to the physical environment is a very important thing. You need to kind of pamper yourself a little bit. You know, go for the quality and not the quantity of stuff. Go for the expensive things. Don't go for the cheap stuff, you know. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself. Like, this is going to be where you really anchor in the intention. And so you have to hunker down in a way and just keep trucking, you know. Slow and steady wins the race is the motto of Taurus season. And the new moon in Taurus will be a beautiful opportunity for us to set intentions for the new cycle. And it'll be an intention for what do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? Taurus is about manifesting into the physical, but also, like I said, what is important to you? What values are you setting in? What values are you anchoring into your life during these next 30 days, starting from April 19th to May 20th? But within this week itself, there are some other aspects that are important. And we're going to start with actually yesterday, because usually this broadcast is from Monday through Sunday. Hello, Lish. Welcome in. So yesterday we had an aspect. We saw Saturn make a conjunction to the North Node. And we're still feeling this, because even if I go to today, you can see it's right there. And Venus has now come even closer to the North Node, basically already conjuncting. The exact conjunction of Venus doesn't happen until Thursday, but they're all right there. So we're feeling this stellium, Saturn, North Node, and Venus for the whole week. And it'll be here also, the effect of it will be here also during the new moon. But what is Pisces? Pisces is the compassionate, empathic, very emotional, gentle energy, gentle being. Pisces is spiritual. It is the spiritual sign of the zodiac. It is also the last sign of the 12-wheel zodiac. And it represents the completion. It represents the enlightenment. Hello, Bernadine. It represents the culmination of the journey, the realization of the truth about the spiritual meaning behind it. It also represents our connection to God, our connection to the divine. The North Node being here is the call to heaven on earth, but the call to spirituality. And with Venus here, she is exalted. Good thing she's direct, Still this week, all planets are direct, which is another important thing to remember. All systems go is when all planets are direct, all systems go. Don't waste your time. Create, work hard, manifest would be the motto of all planets direct. The energy is it's like forward moving. Nothing is going backwards. So the momentum builds as the planets continue to be direct. So that's a really awesome thing to have, because we have had some long ass retrogrades, especially the Mars, which is now over. Mars is now in Leo. Thank the Lord Almighty. I'm just kidding. But that's actually, that's a good sign. Although we will see an opposition to Pluto this week with Mars, and that'll be intense, but at least he's not in Cancer and Pluto's not in Capricorn. It would be my 2 cents on that. So anyways, back to this Pisces energy. Venus exalted in Pisces is what we truly desire. Spiritual connection with people. Saturn is also representative of our authority. And Saturn likes to restrict things. Saturn likes to structure things. He can't structure Pisces because Pisces is boundless. So he has to surrender to the laws of the universe, which is the perfect lesson to really truly learn how to manifest. It's about alchemy, right? Learning the alchemy of the universe and learning the rules of the universe, like the laws of the universe. And in this way, we can fully devote ourselves to this spiritual path, which is what the North Node is calling us towards. So we're feeling the strong presence of this energy. It's been ongoing. It's like a theme that's been going and will continue until Venus passes, until Saturn enters Aries officially. And we're, then it'll just be the North Node there by itself. But right now there's like a lot, there's a focus, and we should be paying attention to where we're being called in that spiritual way, in that spiritual path, to connect to our higher self, to God, to the divine, and our spiritual path. So that was what we experienced yesterday. Today there's nothing too crazy except the moon. The moon today is finishing Aquarius and it's going to enter into Pisces. So the moon will meet up with these planets in Pisces and strengthen that stellium. And because it'll be getting closer into this dark phase of the moon, we are going in towards a deep internal reflection of our spirituality as the moon passes over all of this. And you can say that the moon collects information as it passes through, it interacts with planets, it has conversations, and eventually it'll enter into Aries, and then it'll be really officially the dark moon when it's in Aries. And it'll be making the conjunctions to Neptune, Mercury, and Chiron. And you'll see it as I move the chart forward. But tomorrow, Wednesday, April 23rd, is actually a challenging day, because that is the day that the sun will make a square to Pluto. And any squares, oppositions to Pluto can feel really gnarly. But this is even more gnarly because we're feeling the effect of the Mars opposition to Pluto as well. And so it's kind of like the sun is making a T-square to the Mars-Pluto opposition. So this week, like the squares, what they create is tension, and they challenge us to resolve things. So you can't just sit there and do nothing, is what I say. Especially with intense T-squares, you have to act, you have to do something. The universe is not going to let you just relax and enjoy. We're not here to relax and enjoy this week. Sorry. We're here to, find our way through the dense physical environment. That is what Taurus is all about. We're like figuring out our power. We're figuring out, where do we want to take action? But the square to Pluto can create power struggles. It can also take us deep and like take us on a deep dive into something important that needs to be seen, that's underneath the surface. It can be aggression as well. It can also be like a lot of drive and like pushing forward. And if it's ill intended or ill directed, obviously that's going to end up, not good. So we're going to feel some intensity this week, T square from the sun to Mars Pluto opposition, not the best energy. And that day, the moon again will be in Pisces. At least helping us to like, okay, find the meaning behind this, find the meaning, don't get too frustrated. Obviously you don't want to be too impulsive, although you're going to feel that frustration kind of like, right underneath your skin, and we have to find our grace under the pressure is what I would say. On the 24th, that's when we see Venus make the exact conjunction to the North Node and to Saturn, and they're on Pegasus. And Pegasus is the winged horse, which takes us up to the heavens to show us from above. And that higher perspective is really important right now, especially when we're feeling the intensity of the energy of this week, plus like a dark moon with like T square from the sun, Mars, Pluto. I mean, it's like, this is like intense friction and power struggles. And like, it's like gonna feel, you really got to navigate through this consciously with awareness and do your best not to get like swept up by the frustration and the volatility that we may see and experience in the collective sphere of, the world. So there's nothing else really to say about that, other than, it's going to be challenging. If we go to the 25th, the sun is like moving off of that T square, but it's still within orb. Uranus actually enters Algol. Like, it's so funny because I watched the Leo King do his like weekly broadcast, and he goes way hardcore on this stuff. I'm a little bit more like easy about like the energy, saying how the energy is going to be, but I can just hear him going like, this week is going to be fucking intense. But I'm feeling it too as I'm watching this. So Uranus on Algol, Uranus is the planet of revolution, change, sudden shifting, quantum leaps, transmutations, mutations. And whenever he hits Algol, which is, he's been dancing around the star. Algol is the Medusa star. It's the demon star. But we don't really want to focus too much on that. What we want to focus on is the power of the darkness to lead us to the light. And the good thing about this specific Uranus on Algol is that at this 26 degree, he's going to make a trine to the south node and a sextile to the north node. So it's like, here's the positive outlet, here's the positive gateway to get clear about where you're going, like your path. Anything that points to the nodes, it's like, what have you done so far? Where are you at? And where do you want to take the energy? So we're healing the past by changing and being open to healing through different modalities, different ways that we didn't expect that was going to bring us healing. It can be a really positive thing, but I think he's trying to sort of ease the energy that we feel so intensely with Sun, Mars, Pluto, T square. That day is when the moon will be in Aries, and it'll be the dark moon because we're getting very close to the new moon. And the dark moon again brings in it's like dealing with the shadows. This week isn't there. There's a lot of shadow work this week, and a lot of impulsive energy coming up. And yes, it can be a great push to like get things done, to like, just push through stuff that you haven't had the drive or the motivation to do. that's the good thing, right? Because it doesn't let you sit still. It's like nudging you, or like more like literally pushing you, like, let's go, come on, time to act, time to move, like no time to waste. But then at the shadow frequency, that Sun, Mars, Pluto is like anger, frustration, power struggles, feeling like the world might be against you, trying to figure things out. Um, and it can feel like the intensity of that can just feel really uncomfortable. And on we get to the 26th, which is the day right before the new moon, and that's the official day of the opposition between Mars and Pluto. So Mars and Pluto oppose right before the new moon happens, and this is going to be a very intense energy leading us to this new moon, because that means that essentially the new moon itself will also be very close to this. Like this energy will continue, and it'll like strengthen and become like solidified with the energy of the new moon. So we'll dive into the specific chart of the new moon on Wednesday. So tomorrow or Thursday. I think tomorrow, but I'll figure that out. I'll create the events today. But anyway, so we're going to dive into the specifics of the new moon and what's like the gene key and the human design gate that it's on, and also take into account that this intense like aspect going on in the sky. And even crazier, the craziest thing of it all is that all of these signs are fixed signs. And so everybody is stubborn. Like all the fixed signs, they think they got it. They think they know their way, and nobody's going to budge. And that's why it's like, oh man, it's like you can just feel it in the air. Like nobody's moving, nobody's budging, everybody's holding their ground. So yes, gonna be intense. Then we get to the 27th, which is the official day of the new moon in Taurus, which again, there's an aspect of the moon is bringing us a new way of grounding, asking us to anchor ourselves, not letting us off easy. That's for sure. Definitely wanting us to find more value and know what's important to us, and set an intention for what we want to manifest, what we want to create, what within those new values is what we want to hold on to. So that's going to be very, very powerful. And we need to definitely keep an eye out, because this week the energy is going to be gnarly. So yes, Lish says music is good for the soul. Yes, it is. So next week we'll cover the astrology that happens after the new moon. But think of it this way. It's like intensity, healing shadows, moving through the intensity and opening yourself up to find new ways to love yourself, to take care of yourself, to value yourself. All of those things are happening this week, and the intensity will be palpable in the air, and it's not going to let off. Like we are being challenged. So the best thing you can do is I always say, use your strategy and your authority to actually make the right decisions and make the right choices in your life. So you are not going to be veered off track. You're just going to face the challenges, and you're going to find the grace under the pressure, and you're going to stay in alignment if you follow your strategy and your authority to move through whatever the heavy energy is going to be. So what I would like to do next is do a reading for the week, to use the tarot and the oracle cards. I just need to pull up Something real quick. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about that energy? It's kind of crazy, right? Little intense for sure. Little or a lot intense? A lot intense. It's crazy because sometimes I don't even like really look at it or focus on it until I sit down. I'm like, oh my God, that's actually really intense. So let us open up the records and see what the reading is going to be for today and the week ahead. All right. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. Felt like we needed a little extra love there for the gnarliness we're about to go through. No, I'm just kidding. But here we go. So we're going to pull 5 cards. We're going to pull like intuition card. Excuse me. We're going to pull the challenge for the week. Overall theme. Wisdom from the ancestors and animal spirit to guide us through the energy. Hello, Florina. Welcome in. Satnam. So, what is the first card? Let's see. Intuition card. Kind of like our jumping off points. What do we need to know right now about the energy of this week? I've definitely been feeling it for sure. It's like, it's been a lot. There's some crazy stuff going down. I mean, the Pope died, and I mean, like, dude. 5 of Cups, of course. That's kind of crazy. All right. There's grief. Dang. Grief. Sadness. I want to pull more cards. What's the challenge? I mean, that seems pretty intense. I think that's a collective energy for sure. I mean, this reading is collective, but what is the challenge this week as we are feeling maybe collective grief or individual grief, like in our own personal lives? I'm not personally feeling grief, so I feel like it's collective. But yes, there is definitely dealing with grief at the moment. The challenge, the 7 of Cups, gaining clarity. It's going to be difficult to find clarity this week. It's going to feel a little bit convoluted. It's going to feel like it's coming at you from all directions. It's going to feel like there's a lot of influences. It seems a little bit like all over the place. There's literal confusion, lack of clarity. This is very Neptunian. It's also Cups, so it can be emotionally, seems a little bit like an emotional moment, like an emotional wave where we're not going to have the clarity that we would like in the moment because we're in the middle of the emotional wave. So that is very interesting. What is the overall theme? All right, we do get the devil. And it is reversed. So I'm gonna hold this, because what this means is that there may be a resistance to letting go of old patterns. There may be a resistance to dealing with the addictions, to healing the addictions. Let's ask why this resistance. Let's pull a clarifier. Why the resistance? I think it's going to make it challenging to flow through the energy. If we have that lack of clarity, if we don't have clarity. And that's what makes it like foggy. It's foggy. Yes, that's the right way to say that. It's foggy. It's unclear. We're not sure which direction we're supposed to go. And we may resisting change, the change that needs to happen, that we're being like kind of pushed into. For the clarifier, we get the Two of Cups. Then this card to me talks about soul contracts. So if you feel resistant, if you feel something is not wanting to move, the best thing to do is recognize that resistance is coming up, but the ultimate clarity is in the healing of relationships. This card is also about soulmates, love, seeing eye to eye, connecting with other people at a higher vibrational frequency. It could be like a higher vibrational frequency of the energy of the two people in the Devil card, who are kind of like not really, they don't really care. Like these people in the Devil card, they don't give a shit. They're like, man, I want to take the easy way out. These people are not taking the easy way out. These people are doing the work. They have healed because they did the work. They came out of this energy and they found themselves, and they healed the soul contracts. So the resistance is where, the question to ask yourself is, where are you not healing? Where are you resisting the change? And, it's going to show you where you need to do the real work. The wisdom from the ancestors, anything is possible. That this desire to have it all is possible. It's here, the rainbow bridge. But it's going to take work. It's not going to come out of nowhere. Like, in order to get to Two Cups energy, healing the soul contracts, you have to find your way through the resistance. It's the T square, right? Very much the T square energy, and the soul, the sun, T squaring the Mars Pluto opposition that we're dealing with here. This is the main kind of event of the week. There is a new possibility of finding the result that you want is everything you ever wanted. It's all your dreams coming true. It's your wishes coming true. And the clarity will come at the end. It's not going to be here yet. You got to get through the difficult, challenging part of finding the grace under the pressure and doing the work to heal, not just in your own self, like in relationship. This is 100% talking about our relationships. So this would be in relationship. This would be karmic patterns. This would be toxic patterns. This would be like Venus sequence shadows that are coming up. This would be owning your shadows. In order to get to this place, there needs to be ownership and acceptance of what we bring to the table, good and bad. The alchemy can only happen when you literally take the chains off around your neck and do the work. So we're being called to do the work, and we're going to have to do the work in the middle of all the confusion, in the middle of all the collective grief. I mean, it's not easy. This is not easy, but I love that we get the 10 of Cups at the end. This to me is like, okay, this may be the energy of the new moon. It's a new opportunity that opens up if you do the work. Let's see what animal wants to guide us through the week. So I think it's like, so what I feel in the energy of the cards is it starts heavy, but it does end up getting lighter. I also see that message passing through the energy. But we're going to have to move through the fog. We're going to have to find our own clarity. We're going to have to face our own shadows. We're going to have to heal. Like the only option is to heal. And it's not in our own little world. It's in relationship that this work is happening this week. All right, let's see. And it is a Venus ruled moon. So, you know, we have to pay attention to what Venus is doing. And she's exalted in Pisces during the moon. And she is helping us find a deeper connection to our spirituality, for sure. So here we go. The animal that is going to help us move through the energy of the week is the cheetah, which is a solar energy. This represents the sun. So sun in Taurus. Even though Taurus is a steady moving energy, the cheetah is here to help us. So what does this mean? The cheetah is solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy. It's Mars-like, very much Mars-like, Mars in Leo kind of energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work, and the sun is the one T-squaring the opposition. So the sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outwards to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. Oh my God, it's like reconnect to your purpose before you start moving forward. But once you start moving forward, once you know your purpose, action, achievement, the forces of that intense push forward will guide you in the right direction. When a cheetah energy is in balance, it achieves anything. It has boundless energy, like a generator or a manifesting generator. When out of balance, it is impatient and competitive. To bring to balance, reconnect to your purpose. So the cheetah is like, okay, in order for you to make it through the energy of this week, you need to stay fully connected to your purpose. And that purpose will help you find the grace under pressure that you need to clear the path forward towards ultimate relationship healing of soul contracts. This is soul level healing that is happening this week. So your job is to face your fears, face your shadows, accept where you're at, and do the work and do the healing and collaborate and work with other people, love other people. Don't let yourself fall short of like the power of the heart to guide you through it all. We literally got all cups except the devil. So the devil was the one card that was major arcana, and it's about healing addictions. And every other card was cups. So in the beginning, when I said we're in the middle of an emotional wave, there's not going to be, the clarity will come at the end of the week. Once we get towards the energy of the new moon, that's when the clarity will come. And, or maybe we'll move towards, we're starting on the low end of the wave and we're going to end up on the high end of the wave. And then after that, we may find some neutrality, which would be really good. That would be amazing. But the power is in the solar force. The power is in the soul, the frequency of the sun in the sign of Taurus, guiding us steadily through whatever it is that this Pluto-Mars opposition is going to bring up. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be intense. It's going to be gnarly. It's going to be pressure cooker type of energy that you have to move through to heal yourself. And we did in this card, you can see the lion at the top. So the lion energy, so Mars and Leo energy is very strong. All the fixed signs except Scorpio are very strong this week. So there you will face resistance, your own and within the world around you. But the key is to find the healing through the heart. I love that. All right, what a week. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love, for we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get, open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. Thank you guys for being here. Good luck this week. We're going to be all right. It's just going to be intense. We just got to keep moving through it. Like I have been mentioning, and I think a lot of astrologers have been mentioning, 2025 is not really a chill year. However, a lot can happen that takes us in the right direction. We just have to pay attention. We have to stay aware. We have to stay like on our toes. So we got this. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Check out our Sedona retreat, June 5th through the 8th. The links are in the description below. Fill out the application and come join us. It's going to be freaking amazing. I can't wait. I actually received my singing bowls. They arrived at my brother's house today. So, and on the 22nd, which is kind of cool. On Earth Day, I got my crystal singing bowl set, which I recently purchased, and I'm going to be using it in Sedona for our sound bath and sound healing sessions that we're going to be doing. I also have in store a sound bed that I'm wanting to somehow incorporate into the retreat experience. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that yet. However, that is also like it's just amazing. But these crystal sound bowls have the flower of life on them. They're white and they were ordered with perfect pitch, 432 hertz. So whoever's coming to Sedona is going to get to experience them for the first time. And I can't freaking wait to show it to you guys. So I'm so excited. I hope to see you guys there. I will see you again this week for our next broadcast to talk about the new moon in Taurus and mini readings on Friday. Come check it out. Get on the list. I will post the event soon and you'll be able to find the information in the, actually might do a Stripe thing because anyways, I'm having my own personal conversation here. Anyways, love you guys. Have an awesome week and I'll see you all again very soon. Sat Nam.